episode, we'll cover the top stories from 2012 so far, and later talk to Chairman of the Secondary Schools Building Committee, Chuck Carucci. So let's get right into it. The first story that had the town talking was the Picadilly Pub on Main Street. The restaurant closed its doors in February. According to their corporate office, information on why they closed has not been released yet, and they do not have a date scheduled to reopen. However, there is a sign on the door of the restaurant that thanks residents for their loyalty and says that they hope they have the chance to serve you in the future. Last May, the company closed its Tewksbury location after nearly 30 years. The Westboro-based chain said the closing was due to the economy. Not far from the Picadilly Pub is the United States Postal Service Processing Center on Main Street. Since September of last year, there has been speculation that the Postal Service was going to close the Main Street location. However, it was recently confirmed that the center will remain open. After a 5-month-long study, the Postal Service will likely close the Shrewsbury and Waltham centers and move some of their mail processing operations to the North Reading facility. In turn, some of the work done here on Main Street will be moved to the Boston Center. Moving on, North Reading welcomed Lieutenant Ben Hodgkins home in February. Lieutenant Hodgkins of the United States Marine Corps returned home from Afghanistan and was welcomed by residents waving flags and holding signs along Park Street. Congratulations, Lieutenant Hodgkins, and welcome home. Next, we have 2 sports stories that top the charts. First, high school senior Jimmy Vesey, son of former Bruin Jim Vesey, broke the single-season scoring record for the Eastern Junior Hockey League. He needed 84 points to break the record and has scored 91 goals so far. Jimmy will attend Harvard University in the fall, where he will play hockey and study economics. Resident Frank Fodera Jr. was inducted into the Massachusetts Interscholastic Wrestling Coaches Association Hall of Fame in late February. During his high school wrestling days, Frank was coached by North Reading Police Sergeant Larry Tremblay. Frank was voted Outstanding Wrestler twice during his career at Winchester High School. He graduated in '97 after an undefeated senior year. His record was 50-0 and has never been broken. As a committee member of the Winchester Wrestling Hall of Fame, Fodera still supports high school wrestling and helped to renovate the wrestling room at Winchester High. The time has come to vote for the school building project. There will be a special town meeting Monday, March 19th at 7 p.m. at the high school, followed by a special election March 24th from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. at St. Teresa's Parish. Let's talk to our guest and find out more about the project. And we're here with the Secondary Schools Building Committee Chairman, Chuck Carucci. Hi, Chuck. Thanks for being here today.
Thank you for inviting me, Ashley.
No problem.
Get a chance to air our project out there.
Yes. Today we're going to talk about the school building project. And as you all know, the town is trying to build a new middle and high school with shared core facilities. So, Chuck, tell us, when did the Secondary Schools Building Committee start?
Well, the first one started in 2000. And the vote did not go in favor of doing the work for the middle school and the high school, so we went on a moratorium. Then in 2005, we started up again because the state was going to give out some reimbursement money. So we moved forward with the project, and we were given a charge by the school committee to find what we could do for the middle school and the high school. And we weighed whether we were going to build a new high school or whether we were going to build a new middle school. And talking to the architect, we came up with the idea of having a core facility by tying the 2 middle school and the high school together. And we progressed, and we did an SOI, Statement of Interest, to the state. In 2006, we sent the Statement of Interest in. The state had turned us down originally. So in the process, the former superintendent, Dr. Troutman, had got us back on track and got us involved in the state again, so we were able to pick up and start the process again. And it moved on from there, evolved into really doing the middle school and the high school project. And we come to the point of addressing the problems that were at both schools. And we moved on. And we're here now trying to get this project voted on. And just so everybody knows, there is a town meeting March 19th We need 2/3 vote to make this pass. And if it passes a town meeting, we go to March 24th for the ballot vote. And that's where we are with that part of it.
Great. Now, tell me a little bit about the high school right now and the current state of it, and the middle school, and why we need a new school.
Well, I suppose the biggest thing is that we do have 18 modular classrooms.
Right.
We have 8 at the high school, we have 10 at the middle school, we also have a modular caf at the high school. And the longevity of trailers, we don't know. But I call them trailers, and that's exactly what they are.
Right.
We do not have enough science labs. We do not have enough biology labs. We're lacking in bathroom space in the high school and the middle school. We are trying to get into the 21st century with what we're trying to do.
Now, what would the total cost be for the 2 schools?
The 2 schools will cost out someplace around 107.7 million. Our reimbursement from the state is 51.4. Just so people understand, we were a little bit higher than the 51.4. We were at one time at 51.9, but the state does a reevaluation every year of every town. And it just so happened North Reading's evaluation came up higher. So when that happens, they lower the amount you're going to get back from the state.
Right.
But we figure overall that we will get someplace between $47 and $49 million reimbursement towards this project. Town has to decide whether they want to accept this $47 million gift or just give it up and give it back to another town.
Now, you mentioned that there are going to be 2 votes, the special town meeting and the special election in March. And what happens if the town votes against this project?
If they vote against, if it passes a town meeting and then it fails at the ballot, we have the opportunity to bring it back at the general election in May. We will discuss that if it happens. I don't expect that to happen. I expect the vote to pass on the 24th.
Right. And if it doesn't, there is still repairs that have to be done to the school, is that right?
Yes. We did a study, analyzed the building, what needs to be done. And we came up with a breakdown of, over a period of time, not something you're going to do tomorrow, around $49 million. It's something that would have to be done in over a 5-year period, maybe a 6-year period. But there was no reimbursement for any of this work to be done. So my thing to people, to sales pitch a little bit is, if we have to go ahead and do the $49 million repairs, and we bypass doing the high school and the middle school, you're talking a difference of $15 million, for something that's completely new. Doesn't address the space needs. The modular classrooms are still there. And that's where it's at.
Exactly. Okay, great. Well, thank you so much for sharing the information with us. If anyone has any questions, please visit rnssbc.org or email me, ashley.troutman@patch.com, and we'll do our best to get answers for you. Thanks again, Chuck, for being here
today.
today.
Thank you, Ashley, for inviting me. I'm happy to be able to present it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching Patch's Town Talk. I'm Ashley Troutman with NORCAM. We look forward to seeing you next time.